The Miami Dolphins traded quarterback Ryan Tannehill to the Tennessee Titans on Friday, receiving a 2020 fourth-round pick and 2019 seventh-rounder while also sending a 2019 sixth-rounder to Tennessee. Tannehill restructured his existing contract and will have a fully guaranteed one-year, $7 million deal with the Titans, ESPN's Adam Schefter reported, $5 million of which will be paid by the Dolphins. The value could climb to $12 million with performance incentives. The QB was previously due a base salary of $18.75 million in 2019. Tannehill, 30, started 11 games in 2018 and completed 64.2% of his passes for 1,979 yards with 17 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He missed 5 games with an injured throwing shoulder. To make room for Tannehill, the Titans released quarterback Blaine Gabbert. Former Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Blake Bortles will visit the Los Angeles Rams on Monday, NFL Network reported. Bortles, a 2014 first-round pick, was released earlier this week after the Jaguars signed Nick Foles. Incumbent Rams backup Sean Mannion as a free agent, leaving an opening behind Jared Goff. The Denver Broncos signed former Chicago Bears slot cornerback Bryce Callahan to a 3-year. ESPN reports the deal is worth $21 million, with $10 million guaranteed. The move reunites Callahan, 27, with new Denver head coach Vic Fangio, who was the Bears' defensive coordinator during Callahan's first 4 seasons in the league. Callahan has 4 interceptions in 45 games, 29 starts. The Broncos also resigned starting tight end Jeff Hoyerman on a 2-year deal worth a reported $9 million. Cornerback Ronald Darby will remain with the Philadelphia Eagles after agreeing to a 1-year deal, the team announced. According to multiple outlets, the deal is worth $8.5 million. Darby had 1 interception in 9 games last season before suffering a torn ACL in his right knee in a game against the Dallas Cowboys on November 11. It hasn't yet been determined if he will be healthy by the start of the 2019 season. New England is releasing defensive end Adrian Clayborn, a move that clears about $4 million in cap space. Clayborn, 30, broke the news on Twitter and thanked the Patriots for granting his release. Cornerback Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie has come out of retirement to sign with the Washington Redskins. Rodgers-Cromartie retired mid-season with the Oakland Raiders last season before deciding this spring to return. The Titans are releasing right guard Josh Kline, 1 year after signing him to a 4-year, $26 million contract extension. NFL Network reported the 29-year-old veteran declined to take a pay cut. Releasing him saves $3.25 million while leaving $3.5 million in dead money. The Cincinnati Bengals signed free agent guard John Miller to a 3-year contract. The deal is worth $16.5 million, according to multiple reports. The Bengals also brought former Cleveland Browns and Patriots defensive tackle Danny Shelton in for a visit, according to ESPN. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers added former Broncos outside linebacker Shaquille Barrett on a 1-year deal worth a reported $5 million. The team also signed guard Earl Watford, per multiple reports, and resigned cornerback Devontae Harris and defensive tackle Raheem Nunez-Roche. The San Francisco 49ers released defensive end Cassius Marsh, saving $4.7 million against the cap in 2019. Marsh had 5.5 sacks and 14 quarterback hits last season but was apparently deemed expendable after the acquisition of Pro Bowler Dee Ford earlier this week. The 49ers also resigned linebacker Mark Nziocha, per the team, and restricted free agent running back Raheem Mostert, per his agent, on 3-year deals. The Los Angeles Chargers retained safety Adrian Phillips on a 1-year deal. Phillips was a Pro Bowler in 2018 as a special teamer. The New York Giants are likely to sign former Minnesota Vikings offensive lineman Mike Remmers, his agent said. Remmers was primarily a right tackle before switching to guard last season. Meanwhile, the Giants signed defensive tackle Olsen Pierre, who had 5.5 sacks under Giants defensive coordinator James Bedger when both were with the Cardinals in 2017. The New Orleans Saints signed former New York Giants defensive lineman Mario Edwards on a 2-year deal. The contract is worth $5 million with up to $1.5 million additional in incentives, per Pro Football Talk. The Baltimore Ravens signed former Arizona Cardinals and Atlanta Falcons cornerback Justin Bethel to a 2-year deal. Bethel made 3 Pro Bowls from 2013 to 15 as a special teamer. The Green Bay Packers resigned restricted free agent wideout Geronimo Allison on a 1-year deal, CBS Sports reported. Per the report, the deal will pay Allison more than his restricted free agent tender and has additional incentives, after other teams expressed interest in the 25-year-old. The Raiders signed speedster wideout J.J. Nelson and defensive end Josh Morrow, while re-signing linebacker Jason Cabinda and guard Chaz Green. Morrow's 1-year deal is reportedly worth $1.4 million. Former Bengals cornerback Darqueze Dennard is visiting the Kansas City Chiefs, per multiple reports. The New York Jets signed former kicker Chandler Catanzaro, after Pro Bowler Jason Myers left in free agency. The Browns signed former Houston Texans right tackle Kendall Lamb to a 2-year deal worth $7 million, per the Houston Chronicle. The Texans signed former Browns cornerback Brian "Buddy" Calhoun on a 1-year deal worth a reported $900,000. Houston also worked out former Bengals second-round offensive tackle Jake Fisher, who is trying to transition to tight end. The Jacksonville Jaguars signed former Cowboys tight end Jeff Swaim. The Bears signed former Falcons wideout returner Marvin Hall to a 1-year deal. Former Saints offensive lineman Jermon Bushrod visited the Carolina Panthers but left without a deal, per multiple reports. Field Level Media.